This is my review of Elemental. Directed by Peter Sohn, Elemental is the newest animated film from Pixar, and it takes place in a world ran by humanoid elements as we follow a fiery girl named Ember as she tries to save and be worthy of her family's business. No Pixar review can go without mentioning the animation, and this film is absolutely no exception. It is really gorgeous to look at. However, I do want to get a little more specific with this one and talk about an aspect I really liked, and that is the character designs. I really love the way these element people look, in particular the fire people. They're both complex and simple in just this really good balance, and I especially love the way their body parts flow according to the direction of their movements and the environments. And the same thing goes with the other element people, the water people, the air people, the earth people. I really love the way these character designs look. Something else I loved are all of the creative details it had that affects the world building. It's really clever how they made that the fire people need to eat wood in order to replenish their health, as well as how the water people need to flow through these pipes for transportation. It's all of these great details and ideas that are really creative and clever that just make the world feel more alive. The story is where the film does falter just a little bit. It is pretty simple and admittedly kind of predictable. A more specific flaw is the interracial allegory it's going for, which doesn't quite work because the analogy it's using doesn't really make much sense. It uses two elements that logically don't mix. Water and fire, they cannot mix. And the film kind of forces them to be able to mix just to give out this allegory, which goes against what was already set up that when these elements do touch, they do hurt each other. And for that reason, the allegory doesn't quite work too well. Honestly though, despite the movie's narrative inconveniences, it still manages to be a pretty enjoyable watch. Mostly thanks to the film's charm. It's a pretty charming movie. It's a really nice movie to see. It has good humor in there, and also the characters themselves, while by no means complex or anything, are still really enjoyable and have good, expressive, and likable personalities. Elemental is a good little kids movie. It's by no means one of Pixar's greats, not by a long shot. The story can be kind of predictable, the interracial allegory is flawed, and there's even a character moment that I thought could have had a little more build-up. But despite all that, this movie still manages to be a charming, beautiful, creative, and likable film that will give families an enjoyable, satisfying time. I'm gonna give Elemental a 7 out of 10. Stay tuned if you would like to see more film reviews. Peace out, fellow moviegoers!